quickly. And both Audrey and we've talked to the kitchen managers, and they've blown us off so far, which is a real disappointment with good herbs. You think that they're so wonderful, and they are marvelous as a whole, but it's something that's really controversial.
We know Al would be very receptive to that.
He hasn't, I know that the head manager in Mill Valley told her about it.
No, we have to talk to Al. I will, I'll talk to him.
That would be
Or have Al call me. I believe you can. So the problem is that whenever you heat an omega-6 oil, it changes the structure of the fat and turns it into a trans fat.
It's also in the soups.
It's also in all the soups. And at Good Earth, you have to read all the labels because there's a lot of sunflower oil. And every now and then I've even found some canola oil in there. You do not want that. So it's primarily in their prepared foods. So, yeah. So I'm, okay, perfect. Thank you. Because I'd like to get my foot in the door and educate them. I'd actually like to teach some classes for you too, educate everyone. All right. So then we have prebiotics. So you've got the healthy food, you've got your fiber, you've got your fermented foods, and now we're going to prebiotics. So prebiotics are going to feed and ferment your own gut microflora to improve healing. And they're going to increase the good bacteria, calm the GI tract, decrease constipation, increase digestion, and they're good for you. So I'm going to come to, and what I was mentioning to Terry the other day, there's this one prebiotic which we wish we could get our hands on. It's called the baobab. And it's a tree in Africa. And it is the most incredible antioxidant plant. And it's full of really great fiber. And, it's amazing stuff. So I don't know how we get a hold of one. But, so prebiotics, okay, and you want fermented foods and prebiotics, okay? So basically they decrease autoimmunity, decrease gut inflammation, increase the function of the immune system. Over 80% of your immune system is in your gut. 80% in your gut. Very important to know. Everyone thinks, oh, my immune system is my finest. It is. My immune system is my bone marrow. It is. But most of it's in your gut. Happy gut, long life. Also, with prebiotics, you're going to also decrease risk of cancer, heart disease, and it will actually increase and support bone health. That's a lot for a food. Remember, Hippocrates said, let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food. So here's a few of my most favorite foods. They are prebiotic foods, and that's dandelion, garlic, leeks, asparagus, bananas. But your banana has no green spots on it, and it's slightly green. Banana, no brown spots. No brown spots on those bananas. And so what it is, it's the bananas, when they're slightly green, is a resistant starch. And that is very good for your body. And also the resistant starch is in the Jerusalem artichoke, it's in the chicory root, it's in the jicama. So this is all resistant starch, it makes your gut work harder. So we've got dandelion, garlic, leeks, asparagus, banana, jicama, onion, apple, chicory root, and Jerusalem artichoke. And remember, you want to eat for your microbiome. Feed your microbiome. That's the most important reason for eating, is to feed your microbiome. So rotate these foods.
Can you move on?
Pardon?
What is about
Jerusalem artichoke. Jerusalem artichoke. So it's dandelion, garlic, leeks, asparagus, banana, jicama, onions, apple, chicory root, and Jerusalem artichoke have the most prebiotics. So again, rotate this. It's not like every day, apple a day, but rotate it. And Granny Smith apples are the best.
Granny
Granny Smith, greenwood.
Greenwood.
Is the dandelion the green?
Oh, yeah. The
You,
greens.
you can eat the flowers if you want to.
It's chicory coffee.
Pardon?
It's chicory coffee.
I don't know. I'll have to check that out. But so,
You can present.
so this is a good variety of different prebiotic foods. There's other prebiotic foods, but these are the most nutrient dense and have the most fiber. Okay.
Are all those superfoods for you on your bio testing?
No, leaks not. I'm not leaking. But everything else is okay. I can have everything else.
So that bio test you referred to earlier would flag if one of these wasn't
Yeah.
work for someone?
Yeah, absolutely. It told me, forget the leaks. It told me, forget the quinoa.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Me too.
It said, forget the millet.
Now, it's not going to tell you whether you don't like the taste of it, it's going to tell you whether your body will process it without getting sick.
It
or-
says your body can handle it. Does your body want it or doesn't want it?
Not your taste bud.
Not exactly. It's what your gut flora. It's a direct communication between your gut flora and your body. And this is, again, this is new research, this is new technology. It's based on artificial intelligence. And it's evolving too. But it is saying what your gut wants to be fed, not what you want to eat. But it says what it wants to eat. And it is more intelligent than you are. It knows more.
I'm not counting on a pizza recipe.
Probably not. It probably says, forget the dominoes.
Forget the
Forget the dominoes. Mine said, forget the wheat, but it said it wanted black beans. What, black beans? I mean, avoiding them like mad because, you know,
Yeah.
you get the idea. Okay. But I found a way to cook black beans now where they don't have other consequences.
Uh-huh.
Non-musical.
Not musical. Okay. So I'm sure there's fiber in prebiotics in you know, broccoli, but I just wanted to give you a few that you can take and rotate that are the most prebiotic dense. Okay. Now, probiotics. Probiotics. Everyone is on a big probiotic craze. Oh, take your probiotics. But it is not, if you have gut dysbiosis, if you have gut imbalances, it's not about just feeding your gut more probiotics. Forget about it. It's not going to work. You've got to start at the core with diet. It has to start with the food you eat. It has to then work your way through the fermented foods, the prebiotics, and then we can get to the probiotics. Okay. But don't start there. So most probiotics that you take, most of them are killed off by the stomach acid. So they never get to your gut. You take a probiotic, stomach acid kills it right off. That doesn't do anything for your body. It's a waste. And it just, almost every single probiotic you take never reaches your gut. Then why are we taking all these probiotics? And the probiotics in yogurt, they don't work. Because there's not enough species in there, and they're not the right species. And by the time you get to eat the yogurt, it doesn't have any live species. Okay? Just want to clarify this. And again, if you are eating yogurt made from cows, the heat has killed off, the pasteurization has killed off any flora in there. And unfortunately, that includes kefir as well. Okay, so I mentioned the consumer labs. They tested all of the major probiotics, and the levels of survivable flora that were available in the probiotic itself was 90% less than what was labeled on the bottle.
find consumer labs that was that reliable source?
Pretty good.
I think they're pretty
Yeah, they're pretty good. They really do a lot of, really extensive testing. So I go with a lot of consumer labs data. And I looked at their research and it was solid. I mean, before I teach something, one, I have to drive deep down the rabbit hole, and then I have to do tons of research before I ever show up. I prepare this for about 2 weeks or more before you ever see me. So most probiotics don't work because they don't have the right strains, and they don't have the diversity of strains, and they don't have survivable strains. Another problem. And a lot of probiotics, they're not processed properly. So there's a lot of improper processing that goes on. So there's a lot of excessive heat that's used, and the flora doesn't survive. So, and as I said, taking more is not enough. It's not about just taking more probiotics. It's taking the right. But again, we don't need to do tons and tons of probiotics if you're doing all these other things, like the right foods, the fermented foods, the prebiotics. And you're going to hear I'm going to say something in just a moment. It's going to be absolute heresy. You do not take a probiotic every single day. Mix it up. You want to surprise and delight your gut. You say, oh, look what's coming now. But that's why we want the variety in your gut. We don't want the same stuff, the same routine every single day. And we get into these ruts. We're doing the same thing every single day. Your gut likes variety. Your gut wants you to mix it up. It's like, oh, what's coming now? Alrighty. So, alrighty, the bugs. Now, I was again doing research, and the one bug, microflora, that just jumped out at me was Bacillus subtilis. So, subtilis. And this is the oldest probiotic known to humans. And this predates humans. That's not exciting. It predates humans. And this is the stuff that was found in ancient permacultures. It was found in the ancient ambers. It was found in prehistoric, when they look in fossils and stuff, they found Bacillus subtilis. So this is really, really exciting. This is an ancient gut flora. There is not a single probiotic up to now that had Bacillus subtilis. But I have one now. So, I'm going to see in just a moment. I brought some. I brought a few bottles for people who want one. Okay, and if you don't, that's okay too. But anyway, this is really exciting. And so this is going to start turning our gut into a healthier, more primitive, primal gut. And that's a good thing, because those are healthier guts. So this is really exciting. Now, if we take a look at some of these different bacteria, we have the Lactobacillus brevi, which is going to increase the T killer cell activity, exciting. Bifidobacterium lactis, increase your immunity. I love these words. The Lactobacillus rhamnosus, which keeps the lining of your intestines healthy. And your Lactobacillus casei, which activates the good gut genes. And Lactobacillus parsae, which increases immune function. And Streptococcus I can't talk anymore. And it decreases the lactose issues in the body. And then the Lactobacillus saladeris, which is really heals inflammation in the gut. So these are all tremendous good guys. Now, the latest breakthrough, the most exciting and latest breakthrough on the probiotic front so far is something called spore biotics. And that's what I'm into now, or spore biotics. So spore biotics are formulated with Bacillus endospores. And so there's like no dairy in them, there's no nasties at all in them. And they, what they do is they read the microbiome, and they very specifically decrease overgrowth of the not so healthy bacteria. And then it helps the gut re-regulate itself, which is exciting, really exciting. And so again, I mentioned, it's not a good idea to kill off any gut flora. And so this basically says, oh, do this, do this. It directs the gut how to rebalance itself. And that's exciting. And then it also increases short-chain fatty acids. The short-chain fatty acids are extremely important in your small intestines, and it produces something called butyrate. And butyrate is fabulous because it improves the breakdown of proteins in your body, and it also prevents small intestinal bacteria overgrowth, and it's very healing of the entire gastrointestinal tract. Now, another way to get butyrate in your diet is ghee. Ghee is very, very high in butyrate. I love ghee. Ghee whiz, I love my ghee. So short-chain fatty acids are really, really important for keeping gut inflammation down. And I find that the ghee is extremely beneficial in reducing gut inflammation. And when I cook my eggs, I cook them in ghee. It's decadent. Okay. All right. So it also helps your body, when you're using the spore biotics, it helps your body adjust to and respond to food in a very positive way. So it's like gently directing your gut on how to function better. Again, it's not something you want to take every single day. Mix it up. Take it a couple times a week, but not every day. Again, I was trained, take your probiotic every day. Don't give it a probiotic every day. Make your gut work. You want to build, just like you build muscles in your arm, you want to build your gut muscles. Make it work for what it wants, you know? Right. And the other one, which I love, is Bacillus indicus. Now, that's a new strain we found, and the Bacillus indicus actually helps your body in the gut make antioxidants. It makes your own antioxidants, like zeaxanthin and lutein and vitamin K and notokinase. Your gut is actually making it when you consume Bacillus indicus. INDICUS, indicus. And this is also great for the leaky gut, and it's also great for heart health. Oh, do I have something for you? I just get excited about this, because this is like the latest and the greatest. I love the latest and greatest, okay. Okay. The other things I want to mention, is about, this is all really good and great, but also is important to garden, okay? Get in the garden, get your hands in the dirt. Be in old growth forest. Be in nature, because you're going to pick up microbes from being in nature. You're going to be picking up microbes when you have your hands in the dirt. When you pull that carrot out of the ground with the dirt still on it and eat it, like you did when you were a kid, you are getting good, especially if it's raised organically, and you're getting good gut flora. So you want to be, and garden without gloves. So your hands get into the dirt. I know, it's like, oh, but you need to develop a new relationship with the trees, with the plants, with the earth, with soil. Because you will pick up those microbes. So just being in nature, breathing around the trees, you're going to pick up some of their microbes. That's a good thing. And you become a carrier. Okay. Alrighty. Now, this is, I think, is the next frontier. I think this is the new direction that probiotics are going in, is the spore biotics. Now, also, everybody got some colostrum, and colostrum's a little sample, and this is coming from a cow, but it also is first mother's milk. So it's going to be different than eating cow yogurt. So I'm just going to give that a little present to you, so you have a little treat to go home with, right? Any questions about anything so far?
Yeah, there is one probiotic called
Saccharomyces boulardii.
Boulardii. Yeah, can you talk about that for a moment?
It's a good one. It does help to balance candida, you know, and the overgrowth of fungi in the gut. And what I find is that if you're doing everything I mentioned, like the fermented foods, you don't specifically need it. You use the Saccharomyces boulardii, it's primarily when you have a lot of candida.